Let's name them off together, shall we? Tell me if I forgot any. Steven Crowder, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones. I didn't even know it was Kanye, but Kanye. Right-wing crazies, one by one, seem to be shriveling up and going away. It's almost as though they were really, really reliant on people who don't like to get into court trouble for their money. Almost. It's almost as though they can't help but to keep pushing the envelope until they enter the realm of illegality. It's almost as though they're bad people. And bad people do bad things. Almost. Well, after Sam Cedar literally broke Steven Crowder's heart on air, sent the man to the hospital, or he got elective surgery, whichever it was. After that, there began a downfall for Steven. This guy got divorced after busting the chops of people that get divorced, rather cruelly. It was discovered that he's an abusive jerk. He picked a fight with the Daily Wire. Oh, add Gina Carano to that list of folks that got booted out of public life. Thank God. Yeah, he started beef with the Daily Wire, and they shredded him. They shredded him. Candace Owens let him have what for. It's the only thing I am ever glad that Candace Owens did. Here's the numbers to back it up. Brought to us by one of my favorite YouTube channels. Even though I say the name, I butcher the name every time. Shark. God. Why? It's just that I'm psyched out now. That's it. Shark 30. He's the one that did it. Rice.
Did you see this? So apparently, Steven Crowder. Look at what Steven Crowder's been up to.
There's this right-wing blowhard.
Real quick, he's showing just Steven Crowder, a new trailer he put out. That's all. It's an attempt to save his channel.
Named Steven Crowder.
Steven Crowder, despicable guy.
Steven Crowder,
boy.
shall be referred to as Steven Cowder.
True. More like Crowder. More like coward. He literally won't recover from that. The fact that he put it in this video is proof that he has never recovered from that, and he never will.
Not
Cold
only
feet
is
Crowder.
he
Can we call him coleslaw Crowder? I kind of like that.
extremely misogynistic and sexist, he's also
That's true.
homophobic.
He's
That's
a
true.
disgusting garbage human being. Has been his brand from the very beginning.
Facts.
Go look at the titles of that guy's videos. Like, he's like the king of like saying horrible, offensive shit.
There's something
That's true.
going on with Crowder.
I
True.
fully believe this is a man that is on such a spiral. It is just shocking to me.
Facts.
Any person
His
cannot
wife
see
left him.
exactly what he is right now.
Me with my life. Me with
And
my
remember,
wife.
I have
leaves
not
me.
offered a word on any of it. You want something to change, it starts with love. It starts with love for the truth. But love without truth is meaningless.
The hell does
A
that mean?
love based on a lie is just that. It's a lie.
See, all the attacks in the media against Steven is because they're scared.
We are in an ideological war, and we are at a potential tipping point in this country.
What the hell is that? Okay, I'm getting out of here. Bro's covered in shit. Oh no, another. Oh no, he's doing. Wait, he's doing it again. He's having men be naked around his street, like recording compound again. He had to add the sexual harassment of his own staff into his promotional video. He actually can't
that's
help
bad.
himself.
But that's not
These
what I was
guys
talking
can't
about.
help themselves.
Hold on now. Look, if this is your old pal Jake here, you know what I want to see. I want to see those numbers. All right. Shark 30. Yeah, we got the mic. Shark 30 showing exactly why Steven Crowder is trying this new tact.
Being one of them. Shout out to my bye boys in chat. I've heard your cries and I've seen your struggle. He's not beating the allegations. That is true. What is this? Well, I wanted to show you this, which is more important, which I think is super funny actually. I want you to take a look at
Here
Crowder's
we go. Yes.
Rumble. You know how Steven Crowder moved to Rumble? What he's doing right now, this is a promotional video for his for how he wants to do new shows and he wants to do more stuff on Rumble. Right? That's what all that is. It's just a big Rumble
but why,
content
Sharky?
promotional video. I want to take a look super quick at how his stuff has been performing on Rumble because there's been a problem. I think he's doing it because I think he's dropping off. I think he believes he's dropping off.
Oh
So
no.
Rumble stats, look at this.
Oh.
The views were bad and they came up like 2 million. He peaked here at 2.8. And then ever since then, it's just been it's been on the downturn. Like a lot, actually. Like a big downturn, honestly. Like worse than how he started type of downturn. I'm gonna be honest. Bro's flatline. Look at that. Channel performance over time has just been falling off. They haven't been posting, and even when they do post, the views still keep going down.
Truth be told, that's all I really wanted. Was that right there? But I felt bad looking it up on my own after I saw it from this guy because he did the work. So if you want to see the whole breakdown, Shark 30 always entertaining content. He breaks it down, but I just want to talk with you all about that right there. Ooh, sign of the times. Sign of the times. These people cannot help but act like they are. I include Steven Crowder, Alex Jones, all these wretches who make a living off being terrible and encouraging other people to be terrible. Let's just talk about it broadly. They encourage people to be bad. And you know what? Lord knows I'm sympathetic if you yourself are not exactly a saint. I care more about what you ask other people to do and whether you take responsibility for the fact in the communications business, be you a journalist or even an actor, if you take responsibility for the content you create. Steven Crowder creates I'm just going to leave it up because it feels good to see. He creates dishonest content. And I say that meaning he knows enough about what he's talking about to dance around the truth, to have to hide the truth, to obscure certain facts that you would come across as soon as you Google it from his audience, because he knows those facts don't support his case. Why, for example, and I bring this up with intention, why, for example, did he duck out of the Sam Cedar debate? If he was ready to debate Ethan Klein with those same arguments that he had prepared for Ethan Klein not work no matter who he was debating, because he believes theoretically that he's correct, right? So why wouldn't he? Well, I'm asking them right sarcastically there. The answer is wrong. No, he does not believe. He doesn't believe in what he's talking about. He knows he's a dishonest actor. And the sad thing is, not like he's lying to people to somehow sneakily do something that is helpful. You don't really have to lie for that. No, he's doing horrible things. He's abusing his wife and trying to make a world where it's easier to abuse your spouse. He's convincing people that there was voter fraud when there objectively was not an amount of voter fraud in the U.S. election of 2020 that could have affected the outcome. There was slightly less than the usual amount, which is always some dingbat voting in their dead family member's name. He does harmful things. And I look at this, and I think of that line from The Big Short. Remember that's Steve something movie? My God, I used to actually watch a great deal of movies. How come I can't remember anybody famous these days? Is that just what happens when you're a fan of the Majority Report? Christ. Steve Carell movie. I am reminded of that line from The Big Short, where the arguably main character says, "I don't see how you can keep scamming people, and run a business." That's what I see in right-wing politics. That's what I see going back to Bill O'Reilly. Now, I'll admit, in the AM radio days, there was just enough seclusion from the other parts of the world. There was just enough that apparently you could get away with it forever. But that era seems to be over. In the era of Ring doorbell cameras, whether you like them or not, in the whether they are a good or bad thing overall, in the era of cameras on your cell phone, in the era of social media, which saves your posts forever and ever if you don't choose to delete them and scrub them in some way, gets harder and harder to be a con artist. Just like in the Wild West, you could make a career out of being a bank robber because you rob a bank in some territory called Kansas, and then you ride to another territory and use your stolen bank money to start panning for gold or whatever. I mean, as technology changes, as the times change, certain kinds of crimes become more difficult, and certain things which harm people get defined and get labeled crime. I think we're entering that era, and I think as Alex Jones has demonstrated in court, as has Fox News, and as Steven Crowder's viewership drops off because it becomes, in my opinion, embarrassing to be a fan of his. Not that they like his content any less, it just becomes more embarrassing to share, say, on your social media, Louder with Crowder, because the most recent story about him is that he, is it the one where he abused his wife, or is it the one where he forced his employees to look at his schwanz? Embarrassing to share. And it's harder to sustain that con. I think it's a good thing. And I think Shark30, whose channel name I'm going out of my way to say multiple times so it locks in there, I think he did a commendable job pointing out the reality that Crowder's going through now, and I just want to say, look, Steven, I know you watch the show, and from one human being to another, truly, I wish you nothing but the worst.